Life in NYC, can I tell you, it's been very, very grounding, and I've been leaning on my village a lot in the moments where I'm unsure, in the moments where I don't know what's going on or what's next for me. My friends are there, and my village and my people are there to keep me grounded. So this summer has been about trying new things, doing new things, and just enjoying the speed of how things are going, where I'm used to just racing and zipping through life. This summer has been a nice one of just slowness, grounding, and just trusting the process. So welcome back to another Life in NYC vlog. Hi beauties. Change of scenery, change of scenery. You guys know I'm always gonna switch it up on you. Always gonna switch it up with you, on you. We might be in the city, we might be eating donuts, we might be shopping, and then next we are on a trail. But as you guys know, I was telling you guys like earlier in the vlog how I just felt like not like myself. So you would have saw what's the last thing you saw? I went to the Nordstrom anniversary sale event with YouTube. Met up with the girls, and we shopped the event. So it was cool because we got to shop it first before the sale actually went live, right? So cool. We had a great time. I think we just had more fun with each other. Then we had lunch and we just sat and talked for hours. And it's so great to bond, especially with other girls who are doing the same thing as you. And we had a time. Like, we honestly had a time. I couldn't ask for anything better, but even they were like, girl, you need a little break, a break. So you guys know I always come to the Poconos when I feel like I would just want to ground myself, be in nature. It's just a different feeling that you get when you're here. If you ever have a chance to come to even just visit, I always highly recommend it because it's just such a breath of fresh air. It's quiet. I'm in the woods right now. I feel like something's on me, but so I just kind of just came here. If you're not familiar, I used to live here in the Poconos for about 10 years. My mom bought a house pretty much after 9/11 to escape the city and the riffraff. So we lived there. I went to high school here pretty much from 10th grade to graduation. I went to ESU for about a year and a half before I transferred to FIT. But so this is kind of like a part of me that, oh gosh, I got this camera like wrapped around my wrist because I'm really adventurous. My mom's like, there's bears. I'm like, well, listen, if you see me, this is the last footage you all found of me. But I used to live here. So the Delaware Water Gap is pretty much the entry point. If you are from the Northeast and maybe you are from Connecticut or in New York. So you get on 80 East. And once you get past the Delaware Water Gap, I think that's exit, I forget what exit it is, but you are in pretty much the Poconos. So you're not really deep in Pennsylvania. It's pretty much like an hour and a half from 2 hours with traffic from the city. So if you're looking to escape, it's cool. But in the Delaware Water Gap where I'm hiking the trail now, you can do the trail. There's trails. There's actually a lot of other things, and maybe I'll come back before end of summer to do, like, they have like river kayaking, zip lining, all kinds of things. And look how pretty. You hear me breathing? So the goal of this trail is to get to the top. I came by myself. My mom didn't want to go, of course, and my cousin wasn't going to go. So it's just me, but the trail is a workout. Pretty much you hike the top of it. Like, look in front of me, you keep going, hike the top of it to get to the top, and you get to see, and of course I'll show you guys, you get to see like the view, which is so pretty. But anyways, like I was saying, I come here to ground myself when I'm not feeling like myself or just need a rest that's not a vacation. If that makes sense, like a rest that's just like nature, air, and just get out of the fast-paced moving of the city. What I will tell you, and I plan to do a video when I'm ready about my year after leaving my job, like full year after being a content creator, It's very difficult because you are in a career that is pretty much based on your performance. And it's hard to not get crazy with it, if that makes sense. It's hard to not put yourself in the metrics and, you know, get all crazy, like, oh, this post and do because go to this post. It's really, it could take a toll. So here's where I came when I just wanted to break and just be present with family, my mom, and just chill out. No real agenda. Can I tell you guys, I'm going to stop talking to you guys because I probably didn't even get far. And you see how I'm breathing. So if you want, and mind you, it's like 10 a.m., 10:30. So if you want a little break, I definitely recommend. But let's get to the trail because also too, as you walk up, you got to walk down. And I wanted to give myself an hour. People on the trail, they stop for a swim in here, which is like obviously wonderful. Hopefully you can hear me. I took the mic off, but they are swimming in here. I'm not sure if you can see the people far over there. And I was like, do I have a wave to the top? She's like, oh yes, a little bit. I'm like, whoo. Are we gonna make it? Okay, let's breathe. We're gonna make it. We came here to make it. Let's make it. Oh my gosh. All I could do was laugh. I'm like, okay. So I saw a family walking down, and obviously we're in the woods. We're here. But it's so funny, you hear like something rattling, you're like, ah! And it's so much rocks. I feel like I wore my Converses because I didn't want to mess up my Asics. But you need like a good sneaker because a lot of the rocks are wet. There are kids like diving. It says no swimming, but people are like diving into the water. I'm like, I ain't doing all that now. I ain't doing all that, but it feels so hot that you just want to just jump in water. But hopefully we're almost there. Hopefully we're almost there. I'm walking down. So I have been walking. Of course, when I Google searched, I picked the hardest trail. So how this works, they have different like dots on the trees where it's like, oh, if you do the red trail. So usually most people take the red trail up. It's steeper, but you get up to like see like the water gap a little faster. I've been walking for an hour and a half, drenched in sweat. And I have a friend down there, if you could see him. I don't think you could see him, but I met somebody else. They're like, oh yeah, you have like 20 minutes to go. And I'm like, yeah, like I still have to walk down. I didn't plan this to be my whole day. I still have some work to do. So yeah, I'm quitting. Yeah, like I even met another family coming down. They're like, oh yeah, you don't have enough water. They gave me water because that's how far I have to go. And I was like, I've been walking for an hour and a half. Like, so maybe I'll insert a clip so you guys can see it, but maybe I'll do this another time. I'll bring my boyfriend and I'll go up the red trail and do this correctly. But this was great workout for today. I checked my phone and I already walked like 9,000 steps. And I still have 30 minutes to go to get to the top. I'm kind of disappointed, but I gotta get going. Because 20 more, like I'll be like, no, this wasn't supposed to be all day. But I hope you guys appreciated the views and don't consider me a quitter. I'm not a quitter, but I had to quit. It's getting hot. I literally was standing in the middle of the woods, like sweating, like sweating. I'm like, should I try this tomorrow? I don't know. I think I'm done. I'm done. And I also add the young man whom I'm supposed to be following, who's so far ahead. He was like, oh, when I met him, again, so cool, so sweet. He's like, yeah, like there's a big deer standing there, but you should be fine. And like, mind you, I'm used to deer since I lived here, but oh, I think that's when I was like, yeah, I'm calling it quits. And he said big deer. He didn't say like a normal deer. Mind you, there was a deer that was in front of my house before I left here, but he was like a big deer. So I'm thinking big deer, antlers. I'm like, oh yeah, hell no. Like, let me turn this around. And yeah. beauties, we are out and about. Today's adventure. So today I have another event at YouTube. It's a shopping summit. So personally, for if you are a YouTuber there, we kind of get to have face-to-face time with brands and kind of just discuss, I guess, new trends in YouTube shopping or whatever the case may be, or whatever they want us to know. I haven't been to one of them before. Usually I go to the big one at either the end of the year or kind of like holiday shopping time. So I'm late. I actually made a stop at Zara. I'll show you guys home what I got, but Shakura's holding a spot for me. But I've been on time, but I think I just was like, the good Zara on 42nd Street was right there, and I wanted to see what they had with no pressure. So I stopped there first, and this is at one of the Google buildings in a different terminal. And can I tell you, so I was late. I was only supposed to be 15 minutes late, which usually they always tell us to be there at time, but they usually give us about 30 minutes, right? So I was like, cool, no problem. Shakura said they didn't start yet. Okay, so I'm on the train, and I hate being in the last car of the train because I'm like, I know this is Houston Street. I think it is, and I couldn't see any signage, and it was an older train, so I couldn't see that it was Houston. And then I got off at Canal, and so I missed the stop. So now I'm just walking. It's a 12-minute walk, so I figured, why get back on the train to walk 6 minutes anyway? Might as well just get the steps. And my morning workout wasn't the best, so I was like, you know what? Let me just walk. So now, instead of the 15 minutes, I'm gonna be 30 minutes late. But for the rest of the week, we should have some fun things. We're gonna try new things this week. We're trying pickleball. So I have an event on Friday. My best friend's coming to town for her birthday. So I'll be having some friend time with her, some bestie time. We have a whole list of things that we wanna do. So we might do like a pool rooftop day, eating, indulging in all the friend things. Then I think I have like some random events on Tuesday. It's gonna be eventful. So if you're looking for, not me almost falling, but if you're looking for some cool summer events, check out this vlog that are happening in New York City. Keep watching, it's going to be fun. I'll show you guys my outfit after this clip. I had to run out the door. You know, my life is always a movie. I always gotta get going. So let me head to this YouTube event before I just miss the complete thing. We haven't done a talk and get ready with me in a while, so I'm off to a YouTube shopping event, and I just wanted my outfit to be easy and simple. So these pants are crisscross pants, trousers from the Frankie shop. The top is from Shein. I love the tank and like just how the back of it is. Scarf is from there as well. I added these koi earrings. The lip is from Sephora. Bag is Gucci. Of course, you guys know we have to add a pair of sunnies. I'm gonna go with these from Bottega. And I feel like it's a simplistic, easy, chic looks. I have on Sam Edelman sandals. And that's the look. Hi. Nice in the Google building. Weekly Shakura sighting. We should start a joint channel.
We totally should.
Hi, beauties. It's been, well, it's the next day. I didn't check in after the YouTube thing. But it was cool. It was really pretty much nothing to really show, just more educational for, you know, the YouTubers to support us. Just what questions we have about what's coming up and all of that good stuff. So you didn't miss anything there. Of course, I saw Shakura and some of the girls, and we just always have the time and just talking to each other. But one thing I can say about YouTube, they provide great spaces for community and just outreach. So if you were thinking about joining the platform, or if you're watching it and thought about being a YouTuber, definitely do it, because it's one of my favorite platforms. And of course, this is like my favorite community. This is my makeup headband, so don't mind the dirt. The dirt's supposed to be there. I probably, when I washed it, it didn't come out, but whatever. That's a different story. But yeah, I just wanted to chit chat just about, I wanted to do my makeup and chit chat with a few things. Well, one thing that has been bothering me. Now I'm just doing my skincare. This is Bare Minerals Clear Lip Oil. I actually like them. I have like pretty much all the colors, but I just washed my face. Today we're going to play pickleball, so that's fun, but I do have to do some filming beforehand. So I'm just doing my skincare routine. I wash my face with the Keys face wash. I told you guys how I've been loving this. And for moisturizer, I've been keeping it light, so I'll go in with my Lion and Loki toner. And then I've been enjoying this moisturizer from Good Molecules. It's a hydrating gel moisturizer. Lightweight, because I've been getting really, really oily. I've been getting oily lately, so I really, really like this moisturizer. And then I'm going to go in with my Obagi Medical Eye Gel Cream. I actually really like this because it has like this tip here, so it's really, really nice to use. So I'm upset. I'm very, very upset. So if you haven't heard the news, Ami Colé, an amazing makeup beauty brand, is closing in September. And honestly, I was shocked. I was really, really shocked. This happened probably, at this point of you watching this probably happened about, I want to say like a week ago. And it just hasn't sat right with me at all. Like, it literally hasn't sat right with me. I've been thinking about it because I just feel like, of course, we're in a economy right now that, you know, I hate to say it, sucks, but it's just happening so often to Black-owned brands and small businesses that we love. And I was thinking to myself, because if you guys watch the vlogs, I actually celebrated, I went to an event of hers probably like 2 months ago at this point.
I went to Syracuse upstate and came back and tried to figure out, you know, where I belonged. I love the industry so much, but as you can imagine, in these rooms, I felt often very small and very silenced. And I just took it all in. I took the stairs, okay? I did it all, working at Vibe Magazine, Tattoo, and finally getting my chops, working at Glossier, working at L'Oreal. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build myself. Because I kept fighting in these doors. It literally so many creators here that I literally been at the L'Oreal offices. Don't tell them this though. I will pull them on the side like, girl, I asked for 10,000 more. Okay, we have to advocate for ourselves. But more importantly, finding a brand that felt like home. Taking everything that it is, you know, in terms of, you know, growing up in New York City, being West African descent, being immigrant, you name it, you know, being othered and marginalized. I just realized that how important it was to create space for us. So again, it's been 4 years. They haven't been easy years. Please check on your brand friends and members. But I think we're all kind of experiencing a shift in kind of this industry. And every single one of us are living so courageously, betting on ourselves, using our platforms, our bodies, our minds, our spirits, our energy to really create something. So kudos to everyone here.
So at this point, to celebrate the 4 years of her line. So, you know, I had no idea that, I guess, the brand was in trouble, or I'm even thinking to myself like, oh my God, did we even have to have that event? Like, did we even have to have that? Could we have just like done something else to save the brand? But it kept me thinking, and I just been so upset about it, like so upset, especially in the world, and not saying that other brands can't be great, but in a world where like Rhode got acquired for $1 billion and brands that we love continue to struggle and close their doors when they have amazing offerings. I felt a little guilt as just a consumer and influencer, like, oh my God, I should have been using the products more. I could have done my part. You guys have been told me that this stick was amazing and I bought it, but I never did anything with it to show you guys. You told me this foundation stick was amazing. I have so many of her other products that I love. So I'm going to use a lot of her products today. So be sure, besides getting more into the conversation, be sure to support Ami Colé. I did find out that I'll link some things here through obviously YouTube shopping, but I'm going to link all the other items from her website, because from her website, she's able to get more of the portion of the revenue rather than third-party retailers like, you know, obviously Sephora and, you know, YouTube shopping, which is going to take you to Sephora. So I'll link those down below. Feel free to support in which way you feel comfortable. But I was just like, this sucks, because time and time again, amazing brands Black-owned brands, they don't get the love that they deserve, right? They don't get the venture capital funding that they deserve. And then they just go goodbye, and then we have to like just kind of move on with our lives. And that it just upset me. This is shade 200, by the way. And then I got a bunch of her brushes at the event. So I'm gonna go in and blend this out with the complexion brush from Ami Colé. So of course I felt that, initial guilt of just not being able to do my part to promote the brand more. But then I just felt like, you guys know, if you're new here, welcome. But my name is Jasmine, and I usually, when I do things, whether I like to support Black-owned businesses in many forms. So last week we went to a Black-owned business, Cloudy Donuts, and we had donuts, and I always tell my community that there are other ways to support Black-owned brands rather than just obviously clothes and beauty. You can support locally. So I try to do my part and do things like that. But the conversation that I kind of want to have, and just hear me out, is just that, like, one of the things that Danessa Myrick said to me, and I thought about since interviewing her, because it just makes total sense. She said, I want to be known as an amazing brand, not just a Black-owned brand. And I felt that for so many reasons, and not because Black-owned brands are not great, but I saw another thing, and it had me thinking, by a woman, I believe it was a TikToker. I think she was white. Yeah, she was white. And she said something like, I felt like I couldn't go. So I like to share these brands on my page, on my platforms. But then I'm like, am I doing a disservice by saying that it's Black-owned? Like, should I just say it's an amazing business, check it out? Because when I say that, I'm saying it to bring, like, I guess, pride to it. I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm proud of the business. I'm proud of whatever it is. I'm there because despite being Black, we have to face all the odds that are against us to get these things going. So when I say it, I'm proud of it. But, I have amazing community. I have white people who follow me, who I love, right? We accept everybody here, Indian, whatever, Asian, if you watch me. But I don't want that tagline Black-owned to be used to feel like it's just for Black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't shoot the messenger. We're just having open conversation, but I just want everybody to feel comfortable support these brands because we love Ami Colé. We think she's great. She has all these amazing products. Like, look at this foundation. Ignore this huge zit on my face, but look at this stick foundation, how this makes my skin look. And I haven't done anything, but we have these conversations and we have these amazing brands, and then they're gone. So what do we do? Like, you know what I mean? What do we do? How does this not happen again? And I'm almost like, what I was thinking too? I'm like, oh my God, like she should ask for help. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I would have known, I would have done more to keep it alive. So it's just something that this brand was perfect marketing, perfect packaging, perfect products, and it still didn't make it. And in a way, when you see somebody having excellence as such as she did and not making it, it almost makes you feel like a little deflated, right? Like, a little bit deflated and just mad, So I just feel like going forward, I don't know if I want to say if things are Black-owned. And that's just the honest conversation. And not because before somebody takes that and runs with it, I'm not saying that because I'm not proud of who I am. I just want people to support it because it's good. Just like Danessa said, go because I say it's good. Go because support the products because they're great, not just because they're Black. Because I almost feel like we are not enough, and I want people to support these brands. I just don't want this to happen again. And we see another brand close down, and we just have to like kind of just be like, oh, whatever. I'm still in my feels. I'm really, really in my feels. Jara, who is the founder of Ami Colé, she's so kind. She's so sweet. She's so gracious. I'm sure in the midst of that event, her brand was having troubles and you wouldn't have known. And I know for her, I'm sending my well wishes to her because I know when one door closes, another one opens. But I'm just so upset. So, let me know how you feel about what I said. please be kind to me. I'm just speaking from the heart, and I just want to see brands that are amazing survive. And they're not just amazing because they're Black. They don't have to be put in a box of just being a Black owned product. It's amazing product, right? So when I share something, I want you to be able to be like, oh, that's a great product. I love Ami Colé. This foundation stick is a great product, not just because it's a Black owned and it feels like it just has to be for us. So seeing Ami Colé clothes, honestly, it really hit me. It reminded me how much pressure there is on Black owned brands, not to just exist, but to overperform, to be perfect. And I don't want us to only support brands because they're Black owned. I want us to support them because they're amazing, because the product works, the experience is thoughtful, the quality is top tier. Sometimes I even hesitate to lead with the term Black owned because I don't want people to see it as a niche thing or charity support. These brands should be respected and valued because they're great. Full stop. The fact they're Black owned, that just makes it even more perfect and powerful. So I'm just doing some filming before we head out. Just want to show you guys how natural and beautiful my skin looks and my face looks with all the products. But yeah, think about what we talked about. Think about it. I just want our brands to thrive and survive and do well and just do well because they're great, right? And we just have to think a little bit bigger and a little bit differently. I'm not saying it's Ami Colé's fault or anybody's fault. I'm just trying to think of better solutions of how we go forward with some of our favorite brands, right? Ooh, with the skin, besides this pimple that's trying to ruin my hormonal life. Yeah, so I just want us to thrive, grow, and our brands to be of excellence and do amazingly well. So we are on our way to pay Pickleball. Mind you, of course, I'm scrambling. I have no socks on. I'm always running late, but to my defense, I was working like I always am. So I sprayed myself. Let me show you guys my outfit. We're gonna go with this Gymshark set. If you guys haven't known or don't know, Gymshark is probably one of my favorite brands for working out. I feel like they just stay up on the waist. I guess when I'm lifting, they just stay. And I love this set because it is so hot and it's perfect. So I feel like I'm going to be giving Serena Williams, boom, boom. So we got this set on. I'm going to just probably wear my Asics sneakers. These. I sprayed myself. I wasn't sure. I looked online, but the place is inside, so that's amazing. But I sprayed myself with this cooler. You guys know I love this SPF spray. And it gives the body a nice glow. And then for fragrance, since the scent of that is pina colada, I figured my scent to go along with that for the day is Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. This fragrance smells absolutely amazing. It just smells like the beach and summer and fun. I have a full face of makeup on. I'm like, what is this girl doing? I'm here. I'm gonna just say I've arrived because I don't have time to change I'll probably bring my fanny pack, but I'm gonna just bring my Laurice Noir handbag because I don't have time to change out my stuff. So let's go. So this summer has been all about trying new things. So this is my first time trying pickleball. And what I thought would be a simple, just passing the ball back and forth on a little paddle board, it was so much more than that. There were so many rules, so many rules. You couldn't do this. We got taught, which I appreciate. The tutor was actually instructor was actually amazing and very detailed, but there were so many rules in this game. At one point, I felt like a little kid, give me the ball. I just want to throw it across. And you see me listening. I'm like, okay, this is quite a lot. But it was actually a fun experience that I actually want to do again. So we tried sewing. Now we're doing pickleball. This was fun, but I don't know if I'm going to remember all these rules. There's so many rules for a game that just seems so simple, but I did appreciate it. I would definitely do it again as far as activity. But see, I was turned on the wrong side. Just a lot of rules. another day in these New York streets. So let me tell you a real New York moment before I'll show you guys what I'm wearing after this. You know, I've been hustling and bustling, so I haven't had the time to talk to you guys at our usual spot at home. But can I tell you, this is the New York City stuff they don't tell you about before you're craving to move here. So I get on the bus to get down to Manhattan. I live in New York City. I live in the Bronx. So bus, train. One thing I love about New York City, there are multiple ways to use transportation. Uber, whatever you want to decide. I drive. So the ways are endless to get to the city. So I took the bus, and there was no air conditioning on the bus. Now, mind you, it's one of the hottest days in New York. Like, I don't feel hot walking. I feel comfortable in my outfit. My outfit's so cute. I'm wearing a piece, so I'll show you guys. But like, it was like the air was like blowing like that. So of course I'm just like, I thought I was needing another coffee, but I just was hot. So I just never really got to cool down, and like, you know, I hope my fragrance didn't just disappear because I was sweating to death on the bus. Yeah. Things they don't tell you. And I'm like, not today, it being 95 degrees and no air on the bus, but or very lightly, we needed to transfer buses. But anyway, so today we have a little bit of fun. I'm a little behind because the bus took a bit longer to get to the city. I wanted to catch the 3:30 bus, but I missed it. Story of my life. But we're going to the Derm store. They're having a gifting for an event they're having. I believe they're having a sale, so I'm going to that right now. Pretty much like walking over. Then we are popping over to a Carl Rockmore event to preview her collection for the fall. And I'm on a tight time crunch. So I have to kind of like pop in, say hi to everybody at the Derm store, and then kind of be like, all right, y'all, peace. I gotta go to the next thing because it is it's 6 o'clock. And I need to, they literally got like 15 minutes. So of course I'll take you guys along with me. What are we getting into? I'm so excited. My best friend's coming tomorrow for her birthday. Celebrate her 38th birthday here in the city. So we'll be working out, doing all the fitness things. This is going to be a good, you're already watching, but it's already going to be a really good summer vlog. We're going to try out some new food. I'm going to be eating a lot. You know she's going to be walking me to death. So I got to make sure I have some good flats on. She's, one thing about my best friend, she's going to make me work out. Not that we don't do that already, but she's going to make me work out. I'm going to be doing all the things. So we are going to try some food. We're going to be exploring the city. Of course, we're going to be shopping. So stay tuned because it's going to be a vibe. So let's get to this event. Let's get dressed. So we're going to a brand event, and it's kind of like, I guess we're restyling it a little bit. So I got this dress here from Zara like in the spring, and I love it because I saw the potential when I bought it. So that's important, knowing the potential and being able to wear our clothes. So I was like, you know what, I want to go for a cool chic look and pair this lacy dress over a pair of wide leg trousers. These trousers are from The Gap and they're amazing. I got them in a size tall, so I have them in a little heel. These are my favorite Sam Edelmans that are so comfortable. And I was like, oh, this is like such an effortless like vibe. We still give summer, but it looks very, very good. So I added some jewelry. This charm necklace is from Kozak. This is from the Hoop Mob, and this long one is from Zara, so I like layered it. Added this arm bracelet from Lovisa, and of course I have ear cuffs. These are from, where are these from? I forget where they're from. I'll put it down here, and then I'm gonna finish it off by adding my favorite sunnies of the moment. I just feel like, why not just go all in with the vibe. For bag, I'm just gonna like wear my Gucci as kind of like a clutch just to keep it neutral and keep the vibe very simple, chic, elevated, all the things. The look is complete. Bye. I took a whole bag of goodies. Like there's so much stuff. Like so much stuff. So I got my butt on the train to get down to Soho to go to Temple Bar for the next event. So the first event was really cool. So Derm Store, I'm sure you're familiar with them online, but they opened up pretty much like a boutique where they do facials and things like that. So go check it out. I grabbed a whole, like a shit ton of skincare things that I'll try eventually, which is perfect because I've been running out of some of the things that I use that you probably saw in shorts, things that I finished. So I definitely need a new night cream. I'm about to be out of my eye cream, so I do like to stay with continuity for my skincare, just so I know, like, if something breaks me out, I know what it is, I know what my skin likes, I know what it doesn't. So I do try to implement things here and there, and I have been trying some new brands that I can't wait to tell you guys about, but you know, I have to test it. I have to test it before I, wrong way. Before I show you guys what it's about. So I can't wait to try and show you these goodies that I got from the Derm Store. A lot of eye cream. There's an Allies of Skin peptide treatment that I heard good things about, but again, we got to implement slowly. So let's go to the next thing. You see this neck sweat? Woo! So I got to check out the Carl Rockmore Fall 2025 preview. Now, her sling bags are fire. I can't wait to get one. They come in different colors, like this fabulous green. You know, I love the wine color, chocolate, a bunch of colors I'll list down on her website, and showing a bunch of fabulous coats. So I can't wait to explore some of the collection this coming fall. So this week, I really was just kind of everywhere in New York, but I just really wanted to focus and just stay present, but bring you guys along a little bit. So I got to try new things, celebrate my best friend's birthday, the Golden Diner. I'm gonna argue and say that this is the best pancake in New York. My mind was blown, but it was really present. It was important to me to stay present and be in the moment. Try new things, of course, you know, eat, because what is life in New York without eating? But just shop, visit places that I've never gone. Somewhere in New York was a store I really wanted to go to. They have such cool merch. They always have a line. This is my first time and I absolutely loved it. Got a t-shirt, went to Shuts, saw some cool fall new in items. Like, look at these good, like, Loewe dupe mules. I didn't buy it because I wasn't sure if I needed them, but this week also too was about staying in the moment and just enjoying time with family and friends. Oh, we are out in the Bronx. Oh, it's raining.
I told you, bro. I don't know where you was going.
Yeah, I'm good. So we're out in the Bronx. Bestie's here.
Yes, outfits had to be changed.
Yeah, outfit has to be changed. She's wearing a beanie.
This doesn't go with the silky straight.
So we're out in Mott Haven. That's what you guys I want to visit. So since it's raining, our plans got shut down. We were supposed to go to the Brooklyn Museum. So it was going to take 2 hours to get there. So now we decided to stay in the Bronx, have food, and go get books. Yesterday it was her birthday, so we had a full day. Happy birthday to the queen. So what did we do? We went to Golden Diner, which I'll show you guys. So pancakes, absolutely worth it.
Yes.
What else did we do? Yeah, it was pancakes. It was worth the hype, guys. Worth the hype. But I'll show you guys that. We walked around. It was the hottest day in New York. Went to Cloudy Donuts. Did a little bit of shopping. Everything. I'll show you guys what we did. But today we're pushing forward and going to the Lit Bar. So remember how I told you guys in probably the last vlog, I spent the day in Bronx Native. I just went to eat, but I wanted to come to this store, the Bronx Native, which if you don't know, hip hop started in the Bronx. In the Bronx. And I always tell you guys about the story about my dad, but this store was such a perfect personal gem. So many cool pieces. Like I got a cool sweatshirt that has all the all the small like neighborhoods in the Bronx, which I thought was really, really cool. Now the Lit Bar is such like, I loved it here. Now, this is a bookstore that is perfectly curated with all books. Depending on what you're interested in, you can find something that you will actually enjoy to read. And of course, in this day and age, it's so important to support our local businesses, as it is so easy to just buy a book off of Amazon. I urge you to go visit a local bookstore and just buy maybe one book to support that business, because if we don't, like I said early in this vlog, these things will go away. But this place is such a vibe, so you can like look and just take your time and just search for the perfect book. I mean, books for every single interest. And then you can go to the back of the store and just sit and read and have wine at the lit bar, so you can get lit while reading. Don't we love that? But I had such a special day here. It was just everything. I just had the best day.